The wooden heroines of Kashmir, the houseboats, form an indelible part of the tourism industry in Kashmir. The enchanting sceneries of the Dal Lake are always ready to take tourists to a romantic and peaceful ride of the lake. And soothe their nerves as the wooden heroines of Kashmir, the houseboats and the shikaras float over the mildly rippling waters. They also offer some of the most exotic views of the splendid scenery of the historical places of the city of Srinagar. The premier of boats is a houseboat, known as Lari Nav. There are many factors that necessitated the construction of the houseboats. One important factor was the influx of Western tourists, who were not allowed to own immovable property during Maharaja Ranbir Singh's rule, but were eager to own some sort of residential accommodation. These Westerners decided to own movable houseboats instead, on which there was no bar on foreigners to own it.
The origin of houseboats came into the existence in the year 1888. The houseboats at that time were in the shape of dungas. The Britishers wanted to settle here permanently, and the Maharaja on the other side, he was not interested to get them in the groups. Reason that he thought they will dethrone him. The Britishers built a small dunga and put them near the river Jahelium, river what we call as a Chinarbagh, Soontkol, and they start settling there in small dungas. The first houseboat was built by Mr. Kannad, the dunga.
Thus, many Europeans happen to own houseboats in Kashmir and use them during the summer months as their holiday residence. There are 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and even 4-bedroom houseboats. These houseboats are approximately 65 to 95 feet long and 14 feet wide. The houseboat owners rented them out to locals as well as to Western gentry. They transformed these houseboats as equivalent to 3-star or 4-star and even 5-star hotels. These flat-bottomed houseboats have an attractive ceiling that looks like a beautiful fitted painting. Today, all houseboats are classified into Deluxe, A-Class, B, C and D-Class. Deluxe houseboats contain every suitable luxury. While D-Class is budget accommodation. The charges of each category are fixed by the government. With small wooden tiles in an intricate design, the bedrooms in these houseboats are furnished with costly carpets in various designs. The walls and the windows are covered with high-class crewel tapestry and walnut wood. Plus, the exquisite furniture makes the bedrooms fit for royalty. These rooms are fitted with toilets with modern sanitary fixtures. The houseboats have small boats called shikaras attached to them to ferry the guests from the lake shores to the houseboat and back. It would be no exaggeration to say that nature has been extremely lavish in bestowing upon Kashmir its utmost bounty in the shape of scenic beauty, snowy mountain peaks, small brooks, singing rivulets, and enchanting cataracts flowing down from those snowy peaks that produce soothing murmurs. Lakes such as Nagin Lake, calm and peaceful. The only ripples on its serene waters are caused by water skiing enthusiasts.
From Indians, from Europeans, everywhere coming here for learning water skiing and surfing. Also we have local groups, they come from schools and they want to learn here water skiing, surfing, swimming, boating, what they want they can do here, sir.
Dal Lake, situated in the heart of Srinagar. This expanse of blue water is bustling with a variety of crafts. In a way, the lake is Srinagar's aquatic plaza, and at its heart, brightly hued houseboats are moored along its banks, each a comfortable home. The Dal Lake is divided into three parts, namely Bodadal in front of Hazratbal, Lokot Dal expands from Shankracharya to Nishad Bagh, and Saudarkhan, situated in front of Hari Parbat. There are several other lakes in the city of Srinagar and outside known as Nags, with clear water which is nature's extraordinary gift to the valley. Of these, Manasbal Lake, Wular Lake, Sheshnag and Kausarnag Lake are superb. The famous Verinag is the source of the great Jhelum River. The Dal, surrounded by enchanting mountains on its three sides, undoubtedly stands out as one of the most beautiful lakes of India. It is also the second largest lake in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, with numerous gardens and orchards around all along its shores. In order to derive the maximum pleasure from the exceedingly lovely scenery around these lakes and huge snow peaks of mountains that overlook these lakes, the Kashmiris have built small, medium-sized and large houseboats known as Lari Nav. In Kashmiri language, Lari means a house and Nav means a boat. Thus, the houseboat is stationed in rows to attract a group of tourists who enjoy their stay on them. The abundance of natural beauty has earned the valley the nickname Switzerland of the East. It is a mesmerizing experience seen from these houseboats. Beauty that never fails to charm the viewers. With its changing scenes from dazzling white snow in winters to the fragrance of spring.
The people are living in water. It's a very nice and good experience. I have never seen this kind of environment in anywhere till date. I have visited many places even in India and out of India, but I have never seen such a good place till now, Kashmir.
The craft of houseboat building has also undergone an evolution. The boats were used from time immemorial for the transportation of men and material from one place to another before the construction of metal roads and introduction of push carts or auto-motorable vehicles. There existed various types of weather transportation like Dembanav, which is a flat-bottom, small wooden boat for ferrying vegetables, flowers and fish from the place of production to the marketplace. We have boats like the Kutch and the bahats. They are meant only to carry heavy loads of articles like stones and construction material, wood and grains. While the Kutch boats are roofless, the bahats have a straw roof for the protection of grains from rain, wind and snow. When the Dunga also came into being, it was an improvement on the bahat. It is also flat-bottomed but is covered by well-matted wooden roof and also has matted side walls. The Dunga owner lives in this along with his family. It has a separate kitchen at the rear side of it, and one can cook meals there while moving around in lakes and rivers. It is a most pleasant thing for holidays in it for a couple of days. There is yet another category of boat named the Paranda. This Paranda boat was not meant for the common folk. It is a boat with some more than 40 paddles which produce musical sounds when rowed. The front is built dome-like where the royalty or the VVIP sat, having a full view of the people lined on both sides of the riverbanks, while the Paranda was rowed through the river Jhelum from the first bridge to the 7th. There are shikaras, small ornate versions of the gondolas of Venice, which are used to carry only passengers from one place to another.
Well, it's truly amazing, I think, and also clean, fresh air is very nice. It's like Indian Venice, I think, is what this is like.
The cushioned seats and curtains of fine crewel tapestry decorate some of these shikaras to attract tourists who want to enjoy a ride roaming about in the lakes. A guest who stays in a houseboat is fully rewarded when at dawn he watches a vast expanse of the paradisical beauty of the heavenly landscape. In water, he finds the rocking waves of the dazzling water reflecting the sun rays and creating panoramic effects. The setting sun at dusk is yet another spectacle to watch. The amalgam of colors and the lights creates a celestial delight for the nature lovers. Looking into the lake waters, one does not feel tired of observing the movements of trout, the famous quality fish. One can even watch the picturesque scenes of men and women in boats catching fish, pulling weeds from the lake and selling vegetables.
हाउस हो गया घर है ना, उसका घर है ये होटल नहीं है, घर है ये। उनको पता है इसका सर्विस, बोट का सर्विस कैसा है, खाना कैसा है, कौन सा टाइप खाना मांगता है। They want English type, Indian type, Chinese, any type of food they can prepare.
Some of the houseboats have been transformed into swimming boats. One can enjoy the diving from the boats just as a jump into the swimming pool. These boats provide all the facilities to any person who wants to swim, as one finds in a swimming pool. Sitting in a houseboat, one can buy several things, including grocery, which are being sold to tourists, such as the handloom, carpets, shawls, crewel tapestry, chain-stitch tapestry, and handicrafts such as paper mache and wood carving, etc. One can also purchase dry fruits such as walnuts and almonds and honey. Kashmiri saffron or zafran, which is known to be the world's most expensive saffron. Occasional passing of a boat full with flowers by a houseboat is a great feast for the eyes.
Till now we had heard that it is a paradise on earth. But today really after coming here, we have experienced what is Jannat. We all felt like heroes and heroines sitting in those shikaras and roaming.
Two hillocks overlooking the Dal Lake are Shankaracharya and Hari Parbat. Shankaracharya temple is also known as Takht-e-Suleiman. On the hilltop are ancient monuments which speak of the cultural heritage of the past. The Mughal royalty was so much hypnotized by the beauty of the Dal and other lakes that they constructed many well-planned gardens around these lakes. They would also enjoy moonlit nights with their spouse on Char Chinaris, which are in the center of these lakes. Some of the historic or monarch-related places, important shrines, etc., can be viewed on lakesides when traveling in a boat. Pari Mahal, the erstwhile Royal Observatory, the place on top of the Zabarwan mountain, also housed a Buddhist monastery of the olden times, which was converted to a school of astrology by Dara Shikoh, the eldest son of the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Shalimar Garden. This beautiful garden was laid by Noor Jahan, the beloved wife of Emperor Jahangir. It has 4 terraces and stretches across 539 by 182 meters. Watered by the Harwan through a canal lined with beautiful fountains. Chashma Shahi. Shah Jahan laid the Chashma Shahi, or the royal spring in Srinagar, in 1632. Renowned for the spring of refreshing digestive mineral water. Nishat Garden. The brother of Mughal Empress Noor Jahan, Asif Khan, laid this garden in Srinagar in 1633. Harwan, located in Srinagar. Harwan is a huge garden with a beautiful canal passing through its heart. Lined with flower beds and massive chinar trees, the canal is fed from a beautiful lake which lies just behind the garden. Sonalank, Golden Island. An island, presently Teen Chinar, in the Bodadal, in front of Hazratbal, was constructed by Sultan Zainul Abidin. It is also called Teen Chinari, as it has 3 or 4 chinar trees on it. Ropalank, Silver Island. An island, presently known as Char Chinari, was built by Sultan Hassan Shah, who ruled from 1475 to 1478 AD. It is also called Char Chinari, as it has 4 chinar trees on it. Hazrat Bal Shrine. The Hazrat Bal Shrine was built during the reign of Shah Jahan. The present marble structure was started by the Muslim Awqaf Trust in 1968 and was completed in 1979. This is the most revered shrine in Kashmir, as it houses the pious hair of the Prophet called Mu'e Muqaddas, that is the holy hair, a much venerated relic. It is exhibited to the public for 10 holy days after the Prophet's birthday. The number of pilgrims then swells to thousands. An evening in the houseboats is most enjoyable. The twinkles and the reflection of distant lights is most attractive, like watching the movement of twinkling stars. The reverberating echo of the distant sounds of rowing paddles of the boatmen generate an unusual rhythm with spring music of the waves and also the melody of the boatmen's love chants for the Dal, which transports any person into an ecstatic mood. There is a famous Kashmiri couplet.
Ye tahavai gat kya marandal Rai kamsan sai lalas darai nasal,
which translates into English as, "Come, see and listen to the music of the waves." The damsel debutante flirts with the ripples of the lake. Occasionally, the houseboat is moved from one place to another. The Hajis, or the boatmen, with long poles row it. It takes many Hajis to row the houseboat. To ferry a houseboat is a specialized task. Not every man can ferry the houseboat. Rowing of the houseboat inspires these Hajis to sing their songs in local tunes. An English traveller, E.F. Knight, has said about these Hajis, the boatmen. The Hajis form a separate class in Kashmir. They are fine-looking men. Their women, when young, are often beautiful, and the children of whom they appear to be very fond are the prettiest little creatures imaginable. Today, it is amazing to see these boatmen speaking not only fluent English, but several Indian and foreign languages as well. While watching these boats, even from a distance, one cannot fail to notice distinctive, attractive and catchy names, though a boat has nothing to do with the name or its meaning. For example, houseboats are named as Nantana, New Colombo, Young Raja, New Sydney, New Australia, etc., etc. There can be some boats which have some relevance with the locale, such as Hilton Kashmir, Anarkali Deluxe, etc. In fact, all the names are given to these houseboats to attract foreign tourists.
Dal Lake is very clean, so view is very different from another country and another region which near lake. I'm very satisfied with this place.
The beautiful Dal Lake is a gift of God, not only to the people of Kashmir, but also to the whole world. Its beauty adds life to the hearts of the people who come to enjoy a change. Sir Walter R. Lawrence, who was Resettlement Commissioner of Kashmir, wrote in 1887, "Perhaps in the whole world there is no corner so pleasant as the Dal Lake. The water of the Dal is clear and soft as silk, and the people say that the shores of Kashmir owe much of their excellence to being washed in the soft waters of the lake." These houseboats in these lakes are like jewels in the crown. They enrich the beauty of the lake. If the Dal Lake is the face, and possibly the only dark spot on the silver cloud of Dal Lake is the fact that people, locals as well as some tourists, have been contributing towards the pollution of the lake and its surroundings. Imagine what happens when the lake goes dirty. Who will be able to enjoy living on it or moving on it? Let this gift of God to Kashmir remain clean and inviting. That will be to the benefit of all.